Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Amanda and today I'm playing along with Rainbow Crush and with Counterfeit Kit Challenge. Rainbow Crush is put on by Tara at the Paper Snob, and I'll have her linked below, and I'll have the Facebook group and the blog for Counterfeit up below too. So what I decided to do is to pull out this piece of paper from my kit, and I pulled it out because I can change the color of it. So the color for Rainbow Crush is turquoise. And so turquoise, teal, I don't know, are they the same? Are they different? I'm going with this as turquoise. Hopefully this is turquoise. Sometimes colors. So this is peacock feathers. And so I did do a Google search on which oxide inks would be closest to turquoise, and it said selvage patina and peacock feathers when I Googled it. So I am just smudging a lot of this color over top of this floral print, and I think that looks really pretty. And then I am going to splatter some water because oxide inks react with the water, and so this will give different texture and dimension, and so lots and lots of splatters. And I'm just going to let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to go get my paper towel, and I'm just going to mop up the water and then do it again. So for Rainbow Crush, the challenge is to use the color on at least 75% of your layout. So I think I definitely crushed that with at least 75% because I did pull out a turquoise piece of cardstock too. And then I decided this photo of my daughter and her friend while we were camping totally needed to be matted just to like bring it up off that turquoise a little bit. And so I'm going to mat it with the pattern on the back side of this. So I'm just trying to figure out what size I need. And so there we go. And then on it goes. I'm going to rough up that edge a little bit, but I'm also going to drag my peacock feather along the edge. And so that just gives a more concentrated edge and not as visible on screen, but definitely visible in real life. And this blooming season is a scrap. It's from a piece of pattern paper that I fussy cut different stuff out of, and this was what was left of it. So I'm going to use this as my title because there's some blooming stuff there, and why not? They're so cute sitting there looking at the lake. And then so this is going to go on and definitely have that to 75%. And I'm just trying to decide where I want this to go. So I do want it hanging off the edge. And I'm not so keen on that red flower, but we'll do something with that in a minute. And then I did pull out some ribbon that was a similar color. And I'm going to use this one that I haven't opened. And it has a little bit, it's not quite white for the design on it, but it is definitely that turquoise and then like a grayish color. But it is not full on white. And I'm just going to add that by doing a little bit of glue and then just slicing it off. And that'll hold it in place really well. And it does give me like the tiniest bit of wiggle room if I don't quite have it exactly where I want it. Not a lot of wiggle room, but a tiny bit. And so that'll stay stuck on. I find when I use ribbon and just tape that sometimes the tape comes off. I do have some really sticky stuff that works well, but I didn't know where it was. And glue works as well too. So now I'm looking with my embellishments to see what else I can put on here. So I am going to open up this nature study from 49 and Market. And I'm like, what can I use? I do want a little bit of embellishment on it because this is pretty plain already. So I find this little word chipboard bit and it says Wander and Wonder, and that's definitely what these two did a lot of, especially the Wander. So and then this butterfly I'm going to use, and it has a little bit of the turquoise in its wing. So that ties that in pretty good. I looked at these rub-ons to see, and I'm like, no, nope. This goes back in there. So I'm like, all right, what else did I pull out? I did pull out some brads that are in the same color, so I'm going to look at those in a second. I'm going to prop this wing up because I do want it to overlap the title. And so just halfway on there, and I'm going to stick it so it covers that red flower because there's no red on here at all. And it was standing out to me like a sore thumb. And so then here are these really sparkly, lovely brads. So this puts some bling on it. I'm looking for my pokey tool. I moved my desk around and I moved some stuff that is totally not within reach anymore, and it's really driving me nuts. So I'm gonna have to readjust how I've got this set up again. So when I poked it the first time and the second time, it was too high, so I just poked it again, and then I'll just tape the edges. It isn't actually going to move around, and it'll be fine, and you don't see the hole anyway, so I just wanted it in the spot that I wanted it in. Then I'm going to put one up here just above the title and below the photo. It kind of overlaps the photo just a tiny bit, and then I am going to do tape on that so they don't catch if I put it in with another layout, and then a little scrunchy. Then I was thinking I would like a third. Nope. I kind of want to keep my one cluster all down here, and I'm like, nope. What else? Well, I'll put that back for a second, and then I'm thinking, what else do I have that can go in here? So I did pull out these hearts, but now that I have the silver on here, I don't want the copper on there either. So that's why I decided no to these hearts. You can see I have some washi and other ribbons, but I don't want to add more ribbon, and I didn't want to add the washi. I look at these 49 Market because there are butterflies in here, but they're too blue for me to call them turquoise, and I have that other one on there. So, not those. I'm trying to find something else to nestle somewhere. And then I have these mintes. And so this heart is super cute. It's the right color. And I was like, oh, that might work. This globe would have kind of worked, but I don't really have a spot for it. But then I find this camera, and the camera has turquoise on it. And it has this little like heart that's the flash. So I'm going to replace that turquoise heart with this pink one. And I'm still more than that 75%. And then this is going to nestle underneath. And I really like that. That makes me happy. It kind of, to me, finishes off that cluster. And then I can put one more of these brads on, and it's just going to go right where the lens and the camera is. And so I'm poking through a lot of paper to put that one in. So lots of paper. And that is my layout. Just gonna look. There we go. Here's close-ups. That's wrap. Yay! Please make sure you check out the Counterfeit Kit Challenge. It is fun to do. And also check out Tara at the Paper Snob. I'll have her information below. There is also a playlist, so you can see what everybody else did with the turquoise color. And here it is all together. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you being here. If you liked, subscribed, and commented, that would be wonderful. And there's a couple other things here you might want to take a look at. Thank you so much again. Have a great day.